Hello everyone, welcome in that ROSE project. That project is conducted by Ray Shikshan Samstha's Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. This is presented by myself, Mrs. Deshmukh NS. My subject is physics and today I am going to teach third number topic, kinetic theory of gases and radiation. In that topic, which point we are going to learn, we can see one by one on the screen. First of all, perfectly black body. What is the meaning of that perfectly black body? Then Fairy's black body, emission of heat radiation, coefficient of emission or emissivity. Let we move toward the first point. What is the meaning of that perfectly black body? We can see the first of all definition. A body which absorbs the entire radiant energy incident on it is called an ideal or perfectly black body. A body on which the entire energy is incident, that all energy is absorbed by that body, such body is called as an ideal or perfectly black body. For that body, some characteristics are there. The body is going to absorb, that means the coefficient of absorption is present there, its value is 1. Here the entire energy is going to absorb, there is no reflection, so coefficient of reflection is 0, coefficient of transmission is 0. That means for perfectly black body, the coefficient of absorption A is equal to 1. Next is there any surface that absorbs all the energy incident on it and does not reflect any energy, therefore appears black unless its temperature is very high to be self-luminous. Here what happened? The all energy which is incident on that surface, that energy is totally absorbed by the body. There is no reflection, there is no transmission. Due to that absorption of energy, the body will become heat. Its temperature is going to increases. Temperature becomes very high and the body will become to be self-luminous. Let we move toward the next point. In that here example is there, lamp black or platinum black, they absorb nearly 97% of incident radiant heat. So they are resembles a perfectly black body. That means that two examples, they are absorbing the incident energy which is incident on them. It is totally 97% of that incident radiant heat. Because of that, they are very close to the perfectly black body. So we can say that lamp black and platinum black, they resembles a perfectly black body. Now here, that perfectly black body, just now we said it is a good absorber. Also there are some characteristics with them. A good absorber is a good emitter. Whatever the surface is going to absorb, that is going to emitted by that surface. Another thing is there, the perfectly black body is best emitter for radiant energy at a given temperature. At all temperature, that means at a given temperature, the perfectly black body is the best emitter. It is going to emit the energy which is absorbed by that perfectly black body. Next thing is there, temperature radiation. What is the meaning of that temperature radiation? Radiant energy emitted by a perfectly black body is black body radiation. We know perfectly black body will absorb all the radiant energy. That energy is emitted by the perfectly black body. Such type of radiation, it is called as the perfectly black body radiation. Otherwise we can say it is a full radiation or a temperature radiation. Let we move toward the next point. Now here we are taking the two examples. In that example, two bodies are present there. One body is well polished, another body is, it is a perfectly black body. But they both are opaque to the thermal radiation. They are having the same temperature. Their surface area is also same. So, but only difference is that this body is well polished and another body is a painted black. It is black color is given it. Now here we have to see what is the similarities in that ordinary and painted black body and what is the difference in them. So one of the experiment is there. Now here the well polished body, it will reflects most of the energy falling on it and absorb little. That means here this is a well polished body is there, so whatever energy is incident on it, from that it is going to absorb the little bit energy, and more energy is transmitted by this well polished body. But in another hand, here is a different case in different characteristics of that painted black. Which are they? See there, the painted black object, it will absorb most of the radiation which is following on it and reflects little. That means on both here they are thermal opaque to the thermal radiation, same temperature is present, same area is there, but whatever energy incident on that polished surface, it is going to reflect more and absorb less. But here is the opposite case. This is perfect painted black body, it is going to absorb more, but it is going to reflect less. So here we can understand the similarities, same temperature, same surface area, but there is a difference in their properties of absorption and reflection in between well polished body and the black painted body. Next point is there, that property again we are going to see. By understanding this also we can observe in that one observation is there, but the rate of emission of thermal radiation must be equal to rate of absorption for the both object. Just we understand it is going to absorb more but reflection is less. Here it is going to absorb less but the reflection is more, but still in both cases the emission of thermal radiation must be equal to rate of emission of thermal radiation must be equal to rate of absorption for both the object, so that the temperature is maintained. Black painted object absorb more, hence it must radiate more to maintain the temperature. That means for both the bodies the rate of emission of thermal radiation must be equal to the rate of absorption. So here we can say they both are maintaining their temperature. Black painted object also absorb more, hence it radiate more to maintain its temperature. So here we can say afterward, good observer are always good emitter. It is a good observer, so it is a good emitter. Poor observer are poor emitter. It is going to absorb less amount of radiant energy, so it is going to emit the less emitter. Since every object in the universe, it must be either observer or reflector. So here we can understand it is a good observer, it is a good reflector. So in the universe, how many objects are present there? Each object must be either absorb or reflect. The radiation which is incident on that object, from that the object will be either absorb or it will be reflect. Now we understand it. A poor observer should be a good reflector and vice versa. It is going to absorb less amount of it is going to absorb less radiant energy which is incident on it, but it is poor observer, but it is going to reflect more. So here we can say a poor observer should be a good reflector and vice versa. Let we move toward the next point. Now we are going to see there, next is there Fairy's black body. See there, here first of all we can see the diagram of that Fairy's black body. In that Fairy's black body, a spherical shape is present there. Also here it is double walled surface is present there. Here we can see a conical, here we can see one of the aperture is, otherwise the hole is present there. Here the inside in inner surface of that black body is painted by lamp black, and thus this surface, it is double walled we can say, but that inner surface of that double walled, it is evacuated space. Here next is there colorful one part is there, it is called as the conical projection. Here the outer surface, it is colored by the nickel polished, and here double walled hollow metal sphere. Here they will ask the question for write the note on the Fairy's black body. For that, diagram is very essential, and if we are focusing on that diagram, here we can write one of all characteristics one by one. So whatever just I said, we can see on the screen. It consists of a double walled sphere having a tiny hole or aperture. From that aperture, the incident energy, the incident radiation, it is going to enter in that inner surface. Next part is there, the space between the wall. See there, it is a inner surface, it is a outer surface. In between them, space is there. The space in between the wall is evacuated. The outer surface of the sphere is silvered. It is coated by the silver. We can say it is also nickel polished. But inner surface, it is coated by a lamp black. We know lamp black, platinum black, they are absorbing 97% energy which is incident on them, and they are resembles as a perfectly black body. Here there is a conical projection on the inner surface of the sphere which is exactly opposite to that aperture. Aperture is present there. In front of that aperture, otherwise we can say opposite position of that aperture, there is a projection is present there. It is a conical projection. The conical projection is doing one of the important work. What is that work? When the energy is coming from that hole, it will comes here and it is going to reflect inside that inner surface totally, and the all incident energy is going to absorb by that inner surface. Due to that conical projection, there is no reflection. It is not going to reflected back along the same path. From which path the energy is radiated in that surface, it is not going to reflect back along the same path. So very important work is played by that conical projection. See there, the projection ensures that a ray traveling along the axis of the aperture is not incident normally on the surface and is therefore not reflected back along the same path. Due to that conical projection, the rays which are going to enter in that inner surface, how they are going to reflected in that surface along that path, these rays are not going to back. So that conical projection is doing very good work. Next point, again I am showing that diagram because we have to continue the same point. Here also the questions will come. Write a short note on the Fairy's black body. It will ask for 3 marks also. Diagram is very important, and whatever their parameters are there, they are also important. A heat ray entering the sphere through the aperture. From that aperture, the heat ray which is incident on that spherical surface, it is incident on that spherical surface, it is going to enter by that aperture. See there, through the aperture suffers multiple reflection. When it is going to enter from that aperture inside, it is going to reflect more and completely absorb inside. Whatever the incident energy which is entering from that hole, it is totally absorbed in that inner surface. Then the aperture, it will behave like a perfectly black body. We know the definition of the perfectly black body: a body on which whatever the energy is incident, that energy is completely absorbed by that body. Such a body is called as the perfectly black body. Here what happens, see there, the energy which is going to enter from that aperture, that energy will reflected more times inside that body. So here after reflection, it is totally absorbed by that inner surface. So here that aperture, it will behave like a perfectly black body. Next point is there. Now when scientists, he also did another experiment. In that experiment, what he did, he used a cylindrical body with a vertical slit as an aperture. In that spherical body, we are getting the aperture is present there, otherwise hole is present is there. In such a way, he considered another cylindrical body. In that cylindrical body, he used aperture as a vertical slit. He did their vertical slit, and work of that vertical slit is as an aperture in that spherical body. Then what he did in that experiment, we will see one by one. greater effective area as a perfectly black body. Just now we say that aperture is behave as like the perfectly black body. So in that cylindrical body, he used that vertical slit as a aperture. So here we understand from that greater effective area as a perfectly black body. So here also he is working, similar working can be achieved. Whatever the working of that aperture in that spherical body, same working he will get. It can be achieved using a cavity. Here we are getting a double walled surface is there, the gap is evacuated. So in that cylindrical body he is using a cavity radiator. That cavity radiator, it consists of a block of material with the internal cavity. Here how we are getting inner surface and outer surface in that cylindrical body, he is using as a cavity radiator, and that cavity radiator consists of block of material with a internal cavity. Next point, what he did in that experiment, the inner and outer surface are connected by a small hole. In that cylindrical body, the inner and outer surface are connected by the small hole. Here we can understand, see their inner surface and outer surface, in between the gap is there, space is there, the space is evacuated, air is not present in that space. Next point is there. Again we are showing that diagram because now we are going to discuss about the another perfectly black body that is created by the Wayne scientist. In that he used a cylindrical body. In that cylindrical body he used the vertical slit as a aperture, but here we can see the hole or aperture. That hole or aperture, it is a perfectly black body. Now here next point is there, the radiation falling on the block that enter through the hole cannot escape back from it. Here due to conical projection it is not going to back, but in that cylindrical body, see there, the radiation which is falling on that block, it enters through the hole. By that hole it is going to enter and it will not go back along the same path. Next is there, the cavity acts as a black body. Here the hole acts as a black body, but in that cylindrical body cavity acts as a black body. Next point is there, the block is heated to high temperature, thermal radiation is emitted. In that cylindrical body, block is present there, that block is heated to high temperature, thermal radiation is emitted. This is called cavity radiation, the radiation of the black body. Next is there, its nature depends on the temperature of cavity wall and not on the shape and size of the cavity or the material of the cavity walls. See there, the radiation, it depends on the temperature of the cavity walls and it does not depend on shape and size of the cavity, otherwise whatever the material used in the cavity walls. Next point is there, here we can see the Ferris black body. Just now we completed the Ferris black body. Next our point is there, theory of radiation. See there, at all temperature, theories of radiation, which point we are going to see exchange of the heat. In that, at all temperature above 0 Kelvin, absolute zero temperature, radiate thermal energy at the same temperature, they absorb radiation received from the surrounding. See there, at all temperature, that means we can say it is above 0 Kelvin or absolute zero temperature, they radiate thermal energy at the same time. They are radiating the thermal energy at the same time and they absorb the radiation received from the surrounding. They are going to absorb the radiation, and in this case the radiation from surrounding. The amount of thermal radiation emitted per unit time depends on the nature of emitting surface, its area and its temperature. See there, how much thermal radiation is emitted per unit time, it depends on, that means in a given time how much thermal radiation is there. Thermal radiation emitted by any body, it is depend on nature of the emitting surface, its area and its temperature. See there, hotter bodies radiate at higher rate than the cooler bodies. So here we can understand hotter body, it radiation rate is higher than the cooler bodies because in that heat is more, in cooler body heat is less. Next point is there, Light color bodies reflect most of the visible radiation, whereas dark color bodies absorb most of the incident visible radiation. Light colors of body, they reflect most of the visible radiation, but dark color bodies, they absorb most of the incident visible radiation. Here just now we seen well polished object, the well polished body, it is going to absorb less and reflect more, and dark painted dark body, it is going to absorb more and reflect less. Now we can see the next point, theory of radiation, exchange of heat. In that, the absorbed radiation, that means being energy, increases the kinetic energy of the constituents atom oscillating about their mean position. When there is a absorption of that energy, that time there is an increase in the kinetic energy of the constituents atoms, and the atoms are going to perform oscillation about their mean position. Here we are going to learn exchange of heat. Average translational kinetic energy determines the temperature of the body. That means translational kinetic energy, it is going to determine the temperature of the body. How much is temperature? Is it less? Is it more? It is going to increase, it is going to decrease. The absorbed radiation therefore causes a rise in the temperature of the body, and the body itself also radiates. Whatever energy we are getting by absorption, due to that absorption, there is a rise in the temperature of a body, and afterward that body also, it is going to radiate itself. Next point is there, its energy decreases, causing the lowering of temperature. Yes, whenever its temperature is going to decrease, that time there is a decrease in its energy. Because here just now we said, here absorbed radiation will increase the kinetic energy. So when the temperature is lowering, that time there is a decrease in energy. If a body radiates more than its absorb, its temperature decreases, and vice versa. Whatever absorption is there, from that absorption, if the radiation is more, that time the temperature of that body is going to decreases. Next point is there, when the rate of absorption of radiation is same as the rate of emission of radiation, the temperature of body remains constant, and the body is said to be in thermal equilibrium with its surrounding. See there, when the rate of absorption and radiation is same, the rate of absorption and the rate of emission is same, that time the temperature remains constant and body is said to be in thermal equilibrium. Now the amount of heat radiated by the body, it depends on the absolute temperature T, the nature of the body, surface area of the body, and time duration for which body emits radiation. So here R is equal to Q upon AT. T is temperature, A is area, then T is the time duration, small t, time duration, R is there, emissive power. Emissive power or radiant power, the quantity of heat radiated per unit area per unit time. The quantity of heat radiated per unit area per unit time, or power emitted per unit area, is called as the emissive power or radiant power. Dimensions of that emissive power are L raised to 0, T raised to 1, L raised to 0, M raised to 1, T raised to minus 3, and its SI unit is there. Here we can understand joule per meter square per second. Otherwise another unit is also there, watt per meter square. At a given temperature, a perfectly black body has a maximum emissive power. To compare emissive power of a given surface with that of the perfectly black body at the same temperature. Here we can compare emissive power of that surface, given surface, with that of the perfectly black body at the same temperature. Then coefficient of emission or emissivity. The coefficient of emission or emissivity of a given surface is the ratio of emissive power R of the surface to the emissive power RB of the perfectly black surface at the same temperature. E is equal to R upon RB. For a perfectly black body, E is equal to 1. For a perfectly reflector, E is equal to 0. Perfectly black body, absorption is present there as well as emission is present there, but reflection is 0. For a perfectly reflector, E is equal to 0. Emission is not present in that. For an ordinary body, the E lies in between two values. E is greater than 0 and E is less than 1. Next, everyday objects radiate at a rate less than that of the black body at the same temperature. The rate does not depend on the color and composition of the surface and emissivity E. The rate of emission. Emissivity is larger for the rough surface and smaller for the smooth and the polished surface. That means emissivity depends on the rough surface. For rough surface it is high, and for smooth or polished surface it is small. Next is there emissivity also varies with the temperature and wavelength of radiation to some extent. In this way we completed all these points. I hope you understand it properly. Thank you.